Video is going to be a little bit different than some of my other ones. I don't have any performance reviews for you today, but there's a couple things that I noticed this week that I just wanted to put out there because I'm always helping people build PCs. I usually build at least a couple a month for fun and for different friends, family, whoever wants them. They're just Legos to me. I love doing it. So I'm always looking at these prices, and even if this video only gets to a couple people, I think these prices are something worth talking about. So I'm up on PC Part Picker, and overall, this build, a lot of this doesn't matter because it's just regular pricing. But it's I kind of built what I would consider, you know, maybe what I would compile if I wanted something in this range. But there's a couple things to point out. The Intel i5 12600K, it's the KF version, so no integrated GPU. It's on sale right now through Newegg for $124.99, and not only is it $124.99, when you go to Newegg, there's another $11. It's not a mail-in rebate; it's just an instant rebate with a promo code. So this processor is going to be going for 115 bucks. That is an absolute steal. Don't be worried about, oh, it's a 12th gen, they're already on the 14th, yada yada yada. There is nothing in that price range that comes even close to the performance that you'll get out of this processor. It's got 6P cores. Was that 4E cores, which whatever, they don't really help you with gaming, but they can do some multitasking while the other six take care of it. And then the 6P cores have hyper threading, so a total of I think it's like 16 logical cores on there. The 12600's got pretty decent headroom for overclocking if that's what you're into. And I cannot stress this enough. That is an absolute killer deal to get moving on a sub, probably $1,000 build. If I was going to do this and I was trying to put it together on the cheap, I'd go with the ID cooling. A lot of people turn their nose up to this because 17 bucks. I've used a bunch of these. As long as you're not doing any crazy overclocking, they actually do the job great, especially on these CPUs like the Ks that don't come with a factory cooler. The ID cooling is going to be more than enough. I think even Gamers Nexus, it wasn't like their top cooler, but it was their top budget cooler. They agreed. They thought it did a pretty good job for the value. So don't go buy a freaking $100 air cooler box to throw on your $100 processor. Don't double the price because at that point you might as well be buying a different processor. So I'd go something like that. Motherboard, it's whatever fits your fancy. I would say at this point, I really have become partial to DDR5. So just get something at least at 760. You don't need to go for 790 or anything like that. And with the DDR5, Team Group has been killing it with their DDR5 6000 CL30. This price keeps slowly coming down, so it's not really anything super special, but it's getting cheaper and cheaper, so that's great. Uh, Whatever storage you want, that's up to you. I've used a few of these, they're good. But then the other huge sale, when you're building your PC, a majority of your money is going to go into the processor and into the video card. So this is the key moment. Is like usually one's on sale or the other's on sale. The 6750 XT, it's a last generation AMD, but that card still pumps for building a mid-range computer, trying to hit that like sub $1,000 mark. Some people might consider that entry level, depending on what your budget is, whatever. The 6750 absolutely kills it. It's a great 1440p GPU to do. It'll play any title you want 1440p. If you want more FPS, you can add a little upscaling, or if you're trying to do higher FPS stuff, esports, different stuff like that, it's really good at the 1080p as well. It scales down well. It speeds up when you lower that resolution. So 309 is an absolute killer deal for that. For a long time, I was recommending the 6700 because the 6715's price was way up and it's only about like 5 to 10% faster, so it wasn't worth the money. I think 6700s are kind of starting to dwindle, and now 6750 XT coming down $309. That is an absolute steal. So when you have the chance to get a sale on your CPU and your GPU simultaneously, and then all the other parts, even if they're just at normal pricing, if you're smart with your selections, you're going to get into the budget that you want to see. It's not a huge sale, but I will put a recommendation out for this one. This Deepcool 560 for $60. I'll tell you right now, I recently did a build in one of these cases. It's not the prettiest thing in the world, but it comes with 4 RGB fans installed already. So a lot of these cheap cases, it's like they're just an empty case, and you're gonna have to spend a bunch of money on adding fans, or maybe not a bunch of money, but you're gonna have an added cost of getting the fans in there, whatever you need else for cooling. This one for $60, it's Deepcool, which to me is an all right brand. I like some of their stuff a little more than others, but bottom line, it's a good case for $60. It comes with 4 fans already installed for you, and it's going to make your life easy. And then for the PSU, I'd recommend at least a 750 going with the Intel plus the AMD combo, because those are both a little bit more power hungry. But I just put the Corsair in there just because I use their products a lot, and I've been pretty happy with them. But once again, so you got the sale on the CPU, the sale on the GPU. We've got a good case recommendation, so you're not having to put it together with the other fans and everything. And total price coming out to $855. This computer is going to be a very good performer for under $900. Very good performer for under $900. For a long time, for absolute budget builds, I would recommend 5600X on the AM4 with probably the 6600 XT from AMD as well. And those builds would usually come out to around 650 bucks, and lots of times, depending on the price, maybe 32 gigs of RAM, maybe only 16. For a build like that, you probably need 16. But this is getting you the Intel processor for 114 bucks. It's getting you a 6750 for 300 bucks. And the rest of the items, we're just being smart, picking out where we're going to find our performance, where we're going to get what we need. And for 855 bucks, even if you're thinking I got about a $600 budget, the difference in performance from going like what you can build right now for 600 bucks to this 855 build with these 2 huge sales included, the performance jump is going to be massive. So that's really all I got for today. I just really wanted to cover. I got so excited about these 2 items because I haven't seen the 12600K. I'm always watching that CPU because it's one of my favorite budget build CPUs to go with. And then I'm always watching like that 6700 series, and usually, like I said, either one or the other's on sale. Right now they're both on sale, and they're both killer deals, and they can really help you out putting a budget build together right now. So as always, if you enjoy the content, drop a like, subscribe, and have fun gaming.